And one more thing is, when we in my project only, my scenario, I'll tell you, we have designed one particular application where that particular application, the same DB we will be hitting for generating reports. We will be hitting the same DB for generating some other reports also. That means we have a facility report is there, we have some other kind of external report is there, internal report is there. So totally 3 connections we will be opening over there. And in my team only, we have some 16 to 17 developers available. Each and every developer, they will be hitting with their particular DB. Let's say if I got a call from our external, they said we need this particular report to be generated. If everybody has opened the connections at the same time for hitting, 16 to 17 connections will be opened. At that time, the wastage of these connections, all these things will be occurring, and data leakage problems also will happen. When data leakage problems in the sense, whenever you are saving your data, it will not be reflecting into your DB sometimes. These kind of situations will be happening. It is just like if you need to place a order also, it will not work at the time. So at the time you need to close the connections if you are technically very sure. Otherwise restart the DB server. It will reset the connections.
There is 10 connection available, and 10 developer are like they are accessing all the connections. If the 11th person came in the picture and he wanted to access the DB, he will not able to access.
It will not be.
It is already only 10 connections is available. If one will close the one
connection only,
close,
then only
he will able to access.
Yes.
So connection pooling, we can say that only
pulling a connection.
Resources available, connections available in a pool to reuse it. Okay. So make sure that as less number of connections possible. And next one, dialect. Right down. Could you please tell me the steps which you will be following in JDBC?
First, getting a connection. No, loading the driver. Getting connection. Creating a query. Execute query. And the results. Getting results.
Okay.
And
What is the use of
the connections?
Okay. Write down dialect. Even this is also a class available under org.hibernate.dialect package.
Under org.
org.hibernate.dialect package. Okay, yeah.
org.hibernate.dialect.mysql.
That MySQL dialect we are specifying. What's the use of this?
So,
Have you worked on Oracle?
yeah, to understand the statements, and according to that it will create a query.
Yes. Whereas for creating a query, we need to have certain support. For that support, we will be depending on this particular dialect. Whereas, what is the meaning of this one in the sense? Let's say, for example, we have queries. That particular queries in MySQL, the data types will be different. Oracle data types will be different. SQL Server data types will be different. Okay, no? For conversion of these kind of data types and the query generation, we need to have a helper. In JDBC though, which was the helper? Just now I said vendor database library. Vendor database library is the helper for us to generate a query. When it comes to this one, here we need to make use of dialect as a helper for generating a query based on the DB selection.
And here we are using MySQL dialect.
Yes, that means based on the MySQL, what is the data dictionary available?
Is Oracle, I should use dialect.oracle.
Oracle dialect. Yes. So based on the database, the dialect will be changing. Based on that, the query will be generated and it will be applied on the DB. Clear? Make it up.
What should we do?
MySQL dialects generate appropriate query for the chosen DB.
For
Chosen DB. Done, right? Dialect. Any doubts? Okay. Next, show underscore SQL.
It will show the query onto that console window.
Is it?
Yes.
Sure. Okay. For his understanding sake, let me show you. See, I have executed this program, but I didn't get any query in the console. What is the query I have applied? Because here I have specified it as false. If I specify true, let me run this program. Main program. See,
Insert into code.
this is the query which has been generated. If you need to get this particular result, that means in your project now, we will be developing the queries directly, we'll be pushing the data. All this information, if you need to get it in the sense in the console, otherwise in loggers, at the time we need to make use of, we need to enable this option. Okay, no? Okay, happy. Next, write down show SQL option. Show SQL option will generate the query created to be displayed on the console or logger. Next, what is that HBM2DDL dot auto true?
Like if I'm executing this
Auto update is there.
so it will sometime it will only update or
Sometimes it will be create.
we have to mention here.
What is that?
It will tell that Hibernate to
Okay, let me specify create and show you. Now what will be the result available over here? 2 and chemistry 1. How I am passing that chemistry 1, that is a different matter. I'll show you. I'll come to that. Okay. Executed. Understood?
yes.
What you understood? Previously there were 2 records. But after execution of this program, it became 1 record only. Actually, it should become 3 records. It became 1 because, and that too, the course ID it is starting from 1 now. Whenever if you specify create now, it will drop old table.
Yeah.
Okay, now it will drop old table. It will create a table freshly, and it will start inserting the data. Got it right? Whenever if you specify update in the sense,
Each time
it will update the data into the table. Let's say if the table is not there, it will create and it will start updating the data. If the table is already existing, it will start appending the content to the table. That is the specialty of HBM2DDL.auto update.